Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh yeah, Fractal Bitcoin. Welcome to today's Bitcoin news video. I'm Chris. Let's get right to Bitcoin. The price currently 57,179. So yeah, the last 2 days we have dumped a lot. These are daily candles you're looking at, and I zoomed out a little more so you can see all the way back to well, here's the new year. This is when the new year happened right here. So back then we were at 43,000. Made our all-time high, 73,800. Now we're back here, but it's okay. We have support at 58,000 and 52,000 right here, right? You see this line right about here. Here's our support. Anyway, it's a good day to buy the dip. If you haven't already, ka-ching, let's go. All right, I got a lot of news stories to go over. So let's go. Yeah, this is the largest pullback so far during this Bitcoin bull run. And you can see, it's hard to see here, but it's, minus about 23%, maybe 24% we've come down. And, so far since the beginning of 2023, we've been slowly coming up, but we've had a bunch of dips. Here's one, 22%, 20%, 21%, 21%. So this is kind of average. It's kind of unremarkable, honestly. And it's 23% off its all-time high. So why does it feel worse than it is? This is the second longest run of red weekly candles in Bitcoin history. Yeah, this is, second longest run. So here we'll look at and the other two times we were deep into a bear market. But here currently we're at 5 consecutive weeks down. In 2022, we had 9 consecutive weeks down, but that was in the height of the bear market, or the lows of the bear market, I should say. And back here in 2015, we had that as well. So yeah, this is almost unprecedented, but not quite. Yeah, so Brian DeMint says, welcome to the Bitcoin bull market. This is exactly how it goes. Your face will melt soon. Yeah, I mean, this is par for the course. So the message is, relax, hold on. It's going to be okay. This happens. I mean, if it's your first time, don't freak out. And I was about to give financial advice, but I'm not going to. But some people would say, don't sell. Ever. All right, this is just in. Over $380 million of leveraged Bitcoin and crypto positions were wiped out in just 24 hours. So yeah, these are people trading with leverage, which you're just asking to lose money and be wrecked. So don't get wrecked. Don't use leverage, and don't even trade. Just stack sats. Yeah, and now we're here. Mike Jarmuth says, look at this. We're here. Remember back at 74K when people were saying, I'm an idiot. Why didn't I buy Bitcoin at 57K? Right? That was in March, right? And now, LOL, I ain't buying that garbage at 57K, right? This is how, and Bitcoin Vanguard says down here, they never learn. They'll never learn, right? We all felt like this. At 74K, you're like, oh man, if I could just buy at 57, that'd be awesome. Well, it's here. So go for it. And this is really great. The head of ETFs at both Goldman Sachs and JP Morgan have resigned. Maybe it's a coincidence that both companies missed the most successful ETF launch in history with the Bitcoin ETFs, right? Isn't that funny? Isn't that funny? The head of ETFs at both Goldman Sachs and JP Morgan have resigned. Yeah, they missed the boat. They missed the ride up from what? It was in the 30s. Bitcoin was in the 30,000 range. We went all the way up to 74. Like, it doubled. And these companies, these are big companies. These are supposed to be professionals who understand finance. And they missed the bus. So don't feel bad if if you're not all in yet. Don't feel bad. It's okay. You have time, but, don't wait too much longer. And Cathie Wood, speaking of Bitcoin bullishness, Cathie Wood raises her Bitcoin price target to $3.8 million. And I believe this is by 2030 or 2031, something like that. Yeah, All it would take is for institutions to allocate 5% of their portfolios to Bitcoin. Yeah, that's all it would take. There's Cathie Wood. And so, yeah, I mean, a $3.8 million Bitcoin, it's coming. It's coming. Do you have any doubt? I don't have any doubt. Zero doubt. All right, now CZ, Binance's founder, has been sentenced to 4 months in prison. He's the Binance founder and former CEO who was sentenced to 4 months in prison for breaking U.S. anti-money laundering laws at the world's largest cryptocurrency exchange. Yeah, I mean, this is news, so I'm just reporting it like, it's just news in the crypto space, right? But this is some history from the crypto space. Exactly 11 years ago, Forbes journalist Kashmir Hill attempted to live off Bitcoin for a week. This is 11 years ago, so that was 2013. Not only did she survive the week, she ended it by paying for 60 plus people to eat and drink over the course of 3 hours, all in Bitcoin. Legendary. Yeah, there she is. Let's go. 11 years ago. What's my excuse? What's your excuse? All right, never mind. I just thought this was an interesting piece of history, so pretty cool. Just a reminder to subscribe if you haven't, and let's get into some fiat and government nonsense for context, because Bitcoin solves these issues. Here's Lynn Alden commenting, because the U.S. Treasury just announced their first Treasury buyback operation since 2002. So this is the first time they've done it in 22 years. And Lynn Alden commenting says, Treasury buybacks are mostly irrelevant when analyzing the overall liquidity situation. But the fact that the Treasury has to provide liquidity for what is supposed to be the most deep and liquid market in the world, and that serves as the world's reserve asset, is notable. Right? So the US dollar is supposed to be the almighty, all-powerful US dollar. Well, now they need more liquidity, huh? Well, that is notable, as Lynn says, right? That's notable. And this is just, look, they're playing their shenanigans. They can't do it. It's all going to crash, and that's it. And here, again, the government doing stupid things. There's a $6.1 billion bailout for failed artists. Yeah, Biden approved $6.1 billion in student loan debt relief for Art Institute enrollees. This is just dumb. I mean, it's just dumb. And you can't do that with Bitcoin. Thank you. This is a cool post by GetBased. And this is a pernicious but completely legal banking scam that makes over $10 billion annually for the biggest banks in America, like JP Morgan Chase, Bank of America, and Wells Fargo. Why do we allow it? And yeah, it's basically late fees or overdraft fees. Sorry. It's overdraft fees. So I'll link to this. You can watch it. It's an 11-minute video. Isabella there. She's presenting really well, as always. Really good video. But yeah, it's overdraft fees. And the thing is, it's like, if you try to take out money and you don't have enough in your account, or maybe you deposited some money, but it takes 3 days to clear. So any little discrepancy, the bank's going to charge you an overdraft fee. But it's like, it takes them 3 days it's the bank's own issue that they can't settle it quick enough in a lot of cases. So like, because the bank isn't quick enough at settling things, they charge you an overdraft fee. So that's part of the scam. Yeah, it's a scam. And Walker says, man of rich wisdom. Walker says, there is no red, there is no blue, there is the state, and there is you. And that is true. All right, I added to Walker's little poem. Yeah, this is from Zero Hedge. Feds scrutinizing blocks Square and Cash App, eyeing if transactions funded terror and skirted sanctions. Okay, so look, this is just the federal government coming after everybody for everything. This is what they're going to do. They're getting desperate. The fiat is crashing. Bitcoin is devouring the entire global economy slowly. And they feel this. So now they have to fight back. And this is the fight we're going to fight. They're just going to go nuts. The Fed's going to go nuts. They're going to sue everybody. They're going to lock up everybody, in time, as time goes on. They're not going to do it all in one day, but this is part of that. So, yeah, we just have to stand up to this. But we do have a senator, Cynthia Lumis, she's from Wyoming. She says she's deeply concerned about the DOJ going after Bitcoin non-custodial software. And she says, I will do everything I can to fight for your rights to hold your own keys and run your own node. So, I mean, at least there's one. I mean, there are several people in the government who are pro-Bitcoin. So that's good. It's good, right? We need as much help as we can get. So it's good. And here's her full message here. I'm deeply troubled by the Department of Justice's hyper-aggressive argument that non-custodial software can constitute a money transmission service. Yeah, which is just dumb. This stance contradicts existing Treasury guidance, common sense, and violates the rule of law. Arguments against self-custody software threaten the fundamental property rights that are core to being an American. I will do everything I can to fight for your rights to hold your own keys and run your own node. Yeah, so Cynthia Lumis, she's into Bitcoin. Thank goodness. And here, shut up. Speaking about money laundering, Zero Hedge just says shut up. Because on the left, this is the money laundered using US dollars since 2017. This is this big red candle here. Okay, and here on the right is the money laundered using Bitcoin since 2017. Almost nothing. So when you talk about when the government and the fiat people talk about money laundering and that's one of their criticisms of Bitcoin, they'll never tell you this. They'll never tell you this. But we know this. So this is all you have to know. So now you know whenever the federal government says Bitcoin's used for money laundering, you know they're just desperate. It's propaganda. They're just throwing out propaganda. It's not real. It's not true. They're just throwing out propaganda to brainwash everyone else. And you know that's what they're doing because of what's on your screen right now. Right? And here, exactly 40 years ago today, legendary economist F.A. Hayek predicting the future of money. This is a quote from him. I don't believe we shall have good money until we take it from government. All we can do is by a sly roundabout way introduce something they can't stop. This is why we Bitcoin. Yeah, and this is an awesome video here. It's a few minutes long. You can watch it. The link is below. Links to everything are below. But yeah, this is Hayek, and he talks about money and government, and I think he's an Austrian economist for sure, but it's just an awesome video. This is a great one to watch, so definitely watch that. Yeah, and Max Kaiser stating the truth. The fiat money dark ages are ending. Bitcoin is risen. Okay, now there's obviously some Christian imagery there. Bitcoin is risen. But here there's a hat you see on the screen. Bukele 2024. Dios, Union, Libertad, and Bitcoin. So that's God, Union, what is that? Fraternity maybe? Liberty, and Bitcoin. Yeah, the fiat money dark ages are ending. And this right here is what most people don't realize. Even if you're into Bitcoin, you might not realize this. This could be the biggest purpose and benefit of Bitcoin, separating money from state and making fiat obsolete. The whole fiat scam is going to be made obsolete by Bitcoin. And think about that. This is far-reaching, like hundreds of years of an effect this is going to have. This is serious. Yeah, and here's the signal of the tax revolt. Peter McCormick tweets, and this is today. Peter McCormick tweeted, I've reached the tax is theft phase. Sorry it took so long. Yeah, because you probably heard the phrase taxation is theft. And, you know, a lot of anarchists say that, and libertarians. Do libertarians say that? I don't even know. Definitely anarchists. Because it's true. Taxation is theft. And so now Peter McCormick, he's the host of, I can't remember the name of his podcast. Yeah, but he's a podcast host of is it What Bitcoin Did? I think it's called What Bitcoin Did. If I'm wrong, please correct me in the comments. Anyway, have you reached the phase where you believe taxation is theft? Are you there yet? Because you'll get there. And here's Yeager on Noster saying, do you think American citizens are at the beginning of wake-up stage? Or nah? Do you? I think we're at the very beginning. I wouldn't even say the beginning, the very beginning. And there's a lot of cool comments in this post, in comments under this post. So I'll obviously link to it. You can check it out. And if you're not on Noster, get on Noster. But yeah, I think we're at the very, very, very beginning of people waking up, because a lot of us are waking up. Like, I consider myself someone who is waking up. I'm not fully awake yet because I don't know what that means, but definitely waking up quickly with energy. But a lot of people are not waking up, even though they see the government corruption. They know a lot of ridiculous stuff's happening. They're not ready to condemn the government. They're not ready to ditch fiat. They're not ready to go heavy into Bitcoin and the new world that Bitcoin opens up. They're just not ready. And the other problem with American citizens waking up is the fear that the propaganda puts into their minds. You know, you got fear of everything, you know, racism, all this garbage, and then, you know, the pandemic, and like when the state wants to scare you, like with the pandemic, almost all the citizens go along with it because they're just afraid. It's just normal to be afraid. Like, if you really think this authority figure in your life is real and they're telling you, oh my God, the sky's falling, you're going to believe it. But after a while, you realize it's all propaganda. Like climate change, all propaganda. There's so many, almost everything, anything they say that's ridiculous and stupid, it's because it's propaganda. It's not real. So anyway, how far are you into your journey of waking up? And this is why Odell thinks Noster will eventually win. And I am going to play this because this is a nice little clip of Odell. I just remembered Odell Roby was in that Quentin Tarantino film, right? Yeah, this is that movie, Jackie Brown, where Samuel L. Jackson, his character is named Odell Roby. Anyway, that's different from Odell. Okay, this is Odell from Noster. Let's listen.
The reason I'm optimistic on Noster is because it's not going to succeed based on altruism. It's going to succeed because influencer after influencer is going to realize, if I wake up tomorrow, everything I built on Twitter could be gone. Everything I built on YouTube could be gone. Everything I built on TikTok could be gone. But everything I built on Nosters can't be stopped.
Boom. Can't be stopped. Can't be stopped. It just can't be stopped. Same with Bitcoin. Can't stop it. So Bitcoin and Noster are two of the technologies that are going to be most important for us going forward. And also Tor. And here, this is true, right? Big tech is saying, oh, it's our job to stop the spread of misinformation. Also big tech, yeah, showing a man that's pregnant. Yeah, this is clown world. Here's some music. This is new music from wavelake.com, which is the Lightning Network is embedded in Wavelake and also Noster. And there's a mixtape. This is volume 8. So you want to listen to some new music, check the link. I'll link to it in the description. And this is our website, fractalbitcoin.com. Click this link on the top here and go to our locals community. Yeah, I'm going to start posting a little short video every day. I've done a few of them. There's one. But I've done a few. I'm going to start posting special messages every day to locals only. So definitely join the group. Now, one thing with locals is you can join the group for free, but on the free thing, you can't post. So you can't post to this group. But if you pay, if you support Fractal Bitcoin and pay, I think it's $5 a month, then you can post here as well. But if you don't want to pay, don't worry about it. Just join the group and just look at everything I post, because there are going to be special messages. And Friday, don't forget, we're going to do it this Friday, 4 p.m. Eastern, the Bitcoin panel. I invite a bunch of awesome Bitcoiners on, and we have a nice discussion Friday at 4 p.m. And yeah, it's going to be great. So that's it. So I appreciate you watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and follow the channel and all that. I really appreciate all your support in the comments. Thanks to everybody. And I will see you tomorrow for tomorrow's Bitcoin news video. All right. See ya.